Hey guys, my Plus fan, we're back again, and today I'm going to do a review on Pinocchio 2022. Came the year of 2022, so let's get to the plot. So based on the plot is, it tells a story about Pinocchio. Like, come on, we all know the story about Pinocchio. We all seen the movie. The only thing I can describe the plot of Pinocchio is that it's the same thing as the original, and that's basically what the plot is. So, before I start my review, guys, I want to officially apologize why I haven't done any movie reviews in 2 weeks, because I was so busy in real life. I was busy at work, and all that, etc. So anyways, guys, so I'm back making more videos. So let's get started with, the story. The story of this movie was actually pretty amazing. I actually really enjoyed the story. So, anyways, now, before I tell my thoughts on the movie, let me get into my thoughts on the Disney live action remakes that I saw in theaters throughout my lifetime. Alice in Wonderland 2010 was a really good movie. Cinderella 2015, really great movie. Beating Jungle Book 2016. That was a really wonderful movie because it's based on just like the book. Beauty and the Beast 2017, hands down the best Disney live action remake ever made. As for the 2018 movies, like Christopher Robin, wonderful movie. It's not a Disney live action remake, but it's part of the Disney live action movies. And of course, Mary Poppins 2018. Now, oh my freaking god. Dumbo 2019. Worst Disney live action remake ever. And that was a atrocious piece of crap. So, and then we have Aladdin 2019. That was actually a really great movie. It's not as amazing as the original, but it's still a fun movie. Lion King 2019. Amazing movie. That movie was so awesome. And of course, Mulan 2020, which we don't want to talk about that piece of shit. So anyways, so let's get started with the story of this movie. The story of this movie was actually pretty amazing. I actually really enjoyed the story. And let's get into the songs of this movie. We got the song Pinocchio by Tom Hanks, which I just say that was actually a really great song. And we also got that song I Got No Strings from the original. And we also got new songs in this movie, like the one that this master said before they went on to Pleasure Island, which I thought that was a really great song. And another song that I really love is When You Wish Upon a Star. That was actually a really great song. And not only that, guys, the actress who played the Blue Fairy is none other than by Tom Hanks' wife. That was actually a really great movie. Sorry about that. That you guys, my battery. Back on saying, guys. So, and another thing I really like about this movie is that this movie also takes us back to the original. This is how Disney live action remake should have been. And also we have my favorite song of the entire movie, and that is Hi Diddly Dee, and After's Life for Me.
Mustache and a beaver coat, a pony cart and a billy goat. Hi, diddly-dum, an actor's life is fun. You wear your hair in a pompadour, you ride around in a coach and four, you stop and down a candy store, an actor's life for me. Hi, diddly-dee, an actor's life for me. With clothes that come from the finest shop and lots of peanuts and soda pop. Hi, diddly-dee, an actor's life is gay. It's great to be a celebrity, an actor's life for me.
I really enjoy this song.
A high silk hat and a silver cane, a watch of gold with a diamond chain. Hi, diddly-day, an actor's life is gay. It's great to be a celebrity, an actor's life for me.
Which I have to say is, guys, I really love that song. And I can tell about the actor who played Honest John is having a fantastic time playing the character. And believe it or not, his singing voice is kind of like Honest John from the original. And so anyway, guys. So enough about the songs. Let's talk about the characters. We have Pinocchio, which I have to say is his CGI design of Pinocchio. Wow, they outstand him big time, you guys. So and then we have Geppetto, played by the legendary actor Tom Hanks. I have to say this. Tom Hanks did a fantastic job playing Geppetto in this movie. He outstand this movie. And of course, we also have Geppetto's pets Cleo and Figaro, which I just say is Figaro is so adorable in this movie. I love Figaro in this movie. And then we have Jiminy Cricket, which I just say is Jiminy Cricket's actor. He did a really great job voicing Jiminy Cricket in this movie. And also we have Honest John's partner, which I forgot what his name is, but he did a really great job playing the character. And also we also have some new characters in this movie. Like we have this girl puppet that Pinocchio actually fell in love with, who's actually controlled by this girl who has this problem with his leg, which she's actually a really great character. Even though she was not in the original, the way how they did it, Robert Zemeckis did a really great, amazing job. And the part in the scene when Pinocchio lied, in the original, the blue fairy showed up when Pinocchio was trapped in the cage, but in the live action remake, Pinocchio actually lied so that way Jiminy will get the key to unlock the cage. And the way how they did it, they did it in a really great classic way. Now, as for the Blue Fairy, guys, the Blue Fairy was not in the movie that much. The movie, she was only in one big scene throughout the entire movie, which it kind of sucks that they should have did. They should have put like the Blue Fairy in two scenes. One in the scene when she transferred Pinocchio to life, and the second scene is when Pinocchio was trapped in the cage, just like they did with the original. But it was actually still pretty good. And the part when Pinocchio actually light his feet on fire in that Stromboli dance scene, that was pretty good. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, and also in the original movie, after Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket escape, Stromboli just take off, and he totally forgot about Pinocchio. But in the live action remake, however, Stromboli was actually under arrest, and then the girl actually run his own puppet show, and then the scene on the Pleasure Island, the Pleasure Island scene was actually pretty good, and the CGI design of how they turned into donkeys was actually pretty cool. Even those those black cloud monster thingies, those were actually really amazing. I was actually really great about this movie. And also, there was also another scene that was not included in this movie when Pinocchio went to school, and then he actually got kicked out of school for being a puppet. So yeah, and the part when Jiminy when Pinocchio swim like a jet ski to rescue Geppetto, that was actually a really great scene. Oh, and also I forgot to mention the part how Geppetto was stuck inside a the part when Geppetto and Pinocchio were stuck inside of Montreux, it kind of reminds me of the movie Cast Away. And fun fact, guys, the actor. I'll talk about the director in a moment, guys. Sorry about that. And then the part when Pinocchio and Geppetto escaped, they escaped, and then however, guys, now I know that a lot of people did not like the ending to this movie, because in the original movie, Geppetto, Jiminy Cricket, Figaro, and Cleo survived, but Pinocchio was not out. And then at the end of the movie, Geppetto thought Pinocchio was dead, and then the Blue Fairy transformed Pinocchio into a real boy, and then Pinocchio was like, I'm a real boy, and then they started dancing, and then Pinocchio got his conscience badged by the Blue Fairy. But in the live action remake, Geppetto was the one who was knocked out, and then Pinocchio started crying, and then Pinocchio sang the song "When You Wish Upon a Star," and then his magical tear saved Geppetto's wife. And then after that, Geppetto and Pinocchio walk straight back home. Pinocchio transformed into a real boy. What's sadly, guys, we didn't see Pinocchio's face. Then he transferred into a real boy like the original. But it was okay. But they shouldn't have done like the original ending. But it was still a really wonderful, perfect ending. And believe it or not, guys, when this movie first came out on Disney Plus, this movie have received a lot of negative reviews, you guys. That's right. This movie have received a lot of negative reviews. And there's only two YouTubers out there that I know who hate this movie. Like Frozen 2 Fan 2004 hates this movie. Even Harry Thomas Pictures hates this movie as well. So Frozen 2 Fan 2004 and Harry Thomas Pictures, if you're watching my Pinocchio review, I can handle you guys' opinions, but my opinion, this was such a wonderful movie, and this movie also takes me back to the original. Even though it has a little bit of different directions that was not appeared in the original, I will have to admit, guys, this movie is Dumbo 2019 done right. That's right. I said it. This movie is Dumbo 2019 done right. So all of that, guys, Pinocchio 2022 is such a wonderful movie. Oh, and believe it or not, guys, this movie was originally supposed to get a theatrical release, but due to the box office bomb of Dumbo 2019 and Mulan 2020 in China, because Mulan 2020 only played at one movie theater at one country, and that was in China at the time when movie theaters were opening in China during the pandemic. But other than that, guys, but due to the box office bomb, this movie was such a wonderful movie, and I don't know that this movie is going to get a DVD or a Blu-ray release due to the fact that this movie has received a lot of negative reviews, because critics at Rotten Tomatoes give the movie a 26%, and audiences give it a 40%, and critics over at IMDb give the movie a 5 out of 10. So, but my personal opinion, I actually really enjoyed this movie, because my personal thoughts on this movie is kind of, the only thing I can describe about this movie, it's like a movie that you like or hate. It's kind of like the movie Morbius, that when Morbius came out, the movie critics actually hated the movie, but audiences at Rotten Tomatoes give you like a 70%. So it got like some decent reviews, which I know a lot of people hate Morbius, but in my opinion, I think Morbius is by out the most underrated superhero movie of this year, you guys, in my personal opinion. So on that, guys, Pinocchio 2022 is such a wonderful movie in my personal opinion. If there's any people out there who hate this movie, I can handle you guys' opinions, but my opinion, throughout the past 3 years, guys, I was nothing watching but garbage after garbage. So for the bottom of my heart, I am more than happy to finally give the seal of approval to this film, which I give this movie a 9 out of 10. The reason why I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10, because of course, yeah, it does have some new stuff that's not in the original movie, but it was still a wonderful movie, and I will definitely rewatch this movie again sometime in the future. So yeah, guys, I reviewed on Pinocchio 2022. So and I don't know what's going to be Lumberrock Strikes Back's thought about on that movie. Oh, and by the way, guys, yes, I did watch Lumberrock Strikes Back's rant on Dumbo 2019, which I will do a reaction to that video pretty soon. But don't worry, guys, if you guys are wondering if I'm going to review on any other movies like Everything Everywhere All at Once, Elvis, Top Gun Maverick, and if I'm going to make some more reaction videos pretty soon, don't worry, guys, they're coming. I just want to officially apologize again that I was been busy for the past 2 weeks because of family members coming from out of state, and I was busy at working on that. So all that, guys, I'm really happy of this movie. I really am. Because for the past 3 years, I've been not watching but garbage after garbage of Dumbo 2019 and Mulan 2020. Because the last Disney live action remake we got was Mulan 2020, which that movie was hands down the worst Disney live action remake I ever seen in my life. At the time, I thought Dumbo 2018 was the worst, but kind of think about it, Mulan 2020 is even worse than Dumbo 2018. Don't get me wrong, Dumbo 2018 is still a crappy movie, but Mulan 2020 is even worse. So yeah, guys, and And since Mulan 2020 did skip theaters and put it on Disney Plus, I just keep my fingers crossed and hopefully Pinocchio 2022 will get a DVD release. If not, that's okay. At least I can watch it online or watch it on Disney Plus. So all that guys, that's my review on Pinocchio 2022. If you like this review, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, like and share with friends, and stay tuned for more trailer reactions coming soon, you guys. But don't worry guys, they're coming. So my next review that on my review is on For Loving Thunder, because I'm gonna watch that movie starting tomorrow on Disney Plus. So anyway guys, I'll see you guys later. Until next time, goodbye.